Hi DIYers, Sterling with Alarm Grid here. Today we're going to show you how to change your 2 gig Go Control installer code. Different than the master code, which will allow you to arm and disarm and add or change or delete user codes, the installer code is the code you need to do more advanced programming options such as zone programming, system configuration changes, Z-Wave configuration changes. So the installer code is a critical code. It's going to be something you use a lot to make any kind of change to your system. Out of the box, the installer code is 1561. You don't need to change it because the only thing that someone could do with that code is make changes if they're in your house and the system is disarmed. Once the system is armed, an installer code is not going to disarm the system, and therefore someone that knew the default 2 gig Go Control installer code is not going to be able to do any damage to your system programming. However, no harm in changing it. So if you do want to change it, the way to do that is to jump into programming. You can do the Go Control shortcut into programming mode, and then you type the default 1561 installer code. Now if you hit system configuration, we're on Q1, the first question of programming in the 2 gig Go Control programming screen. So you can scroll and hit skip, but it would take you quite a while to get to the installer question, which happens to be question 43. So the other way to do it is simply go to 43, and you can see Q43, enter installer code, 4 digits. So right now we have it on 1561, and we're just going to simply change it to 4112. Now when we hit end and exit, it's going to reboot the system because we did make a programming change. Anytime we make a programming change and save that change, the system reboots to lock in the settings. It takes a few seconds for the screen to come back alive. We're going to first hear it say disarm, ready to arm.
System disarmed, ready to arm.
Then we'll see this light up. Then we'll finally see the screen a few short seconds later. Now, if we were to try Go Control 1561, we're going to get an invalid code error message because we have accurately changed it. It is no longer 1561. If we hit OK, they're going to give us another attempt to type in the code. And if we type in 4112, which is what we changed it to, now we can see that we're in the installer toolbox, which confirms that we accurately changed our 2 gig Go Control installer code from 1561 to 4112. So again, not critical that you do this, but for anybody that wants maximum security, that is how you would change your 2 gig Go Control installer code. We hope you've enjoyed this video. We invite you to subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions on changing your panel's installer code, please email support@alarmgrid.com.